Today, I've called in a favor from an old friend, one of the greatest teamfight tactics players of all time, and the winner of TFT Summit. And today, he will be getting a taste of Fire Emblem Fates, and trying to rank all the skills in the game. But before we get to that, who are you?
Oh, I'm Souless. I was the first person that got signed in TFT to a professional team, which was TSM, and I had to pursue my dream to be a professional esports player, which kind of lasted for 4 years until TSM decided to cut all the TFT brand. But right now I'm a full-time Twitch streamer for that mainly stream teamfight tactics, and the game is pretty similar.
So welcome to Fire Emblem.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of guys on screen. You gotta get your guys to kill those guys.
I mean, look like I'm at the advantage. Low key.
So yeah.
Oh, they don't just complete in one turn? Oh, okay.
So
I mean, this guy's dead. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I see. Let me see this guy range real quick. Oh. Okay. Wait, a bot?
Yeah.
Is that a crit?
Nope. Your guy is just really good.
Oh.
Doing this will let your units take another action.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's a support unit.
Yeah.
Okay. Enemy phase.
Hey.
Hey, yo!
Yep, the guys with the bows kill anyone that's flying. That guy with big stats has big stats.
Oh.
And your healer's dead.
Oh, that's weird. That's kind of cheating.
Just out of range to take out the flyer. Very sad. But let's see how you do against that guy. 5 damage.
Not bad. That's not good. Wait, this guy's kind of OP.
Oh yeah. He's dead. Okay.
Rip my extra turn.
And she's dead.
Nah, I have the OP guy. I'm chilling.
Yep.
Is this safe?
You can see. Press A and check the forecast, and you do 0 damage, and he deals 28 damage.
Oh, that's not good. All right. I need to bring my juicer here. I kill him first before he hits me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Since the objective was defeat boss, you win.
Oh, that.
But at what cost? Let's see.
Oh, I lose my star level because I log out a lot of units here, right?
And once they are killed, they die forever.
What?
Which means in the next map.
Oh. What?
Oh, I'm playing casual mode.
Oh, bet.
So this should be dead. This should be dead. This should be dead, and this should be dead. So you would only be here with 5 guys.
All right. What is the objective?
Rout the enemy, which means kill everyone.
Oh.
All right. So you've done 1 chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what you think of some of the words, the skills that people have in this game.
The game is pretty similar. Like, instead of skill, we have augments nowadays. And what high-level players do is they judge the augments based by how good they are to your comp. And picking augment is very, very impactful for your game. Because there's 3 augments you get per game. And there's good early game augment, which is usually like gold, because you want to snowball. There's an econ system in TFT where if you reach certain info like 10 to 50 gold, you get 1 more gold per turn for each 10. Yeah. And yeah, those are usually value early game, and you can judge that. Well, obviously gold is better early game, and then mid game you kind of want combat or gold, or mix of both. And then late game you ideally want combat that boosts your board. And so it's kind of easy for me to tell, like, in this game what kind of skill would be good, because you can tell like some of these are mainly buffing your team instead of like a single individual, which you rate highly.
Yes.
Yeah. And well, so some numbers are just very high, so you consider them broken. Like, it's skills for an individual. Yeah. And yeah.
So
Restore up to 40% at the start of odd number turns, or restores up to 40% at the start of even number turns. So if we ignore the sentence and just read the name, it's like even better.
There is an objectively correct answer.
Okay, so it's always your turn at the beginning, right?
Yes.
So isn't even number of turns better?
Yes, that's correct.
Because yeah, you start first and the enemy attack, and then even better. Yeah.
Yes. And after you look at the first one, I'm going to give you the cost of each skill.
Nobody's balancing the game like this. Why is it that cost?
It's an 8-year-old game. The meta has evolved a lot, so take these with a grain of salt, but these are what the developers think each skill is worth.
Ain't no way. Like, if they named the thing even better, they should have known.
Yeah. Next one. Wary Fighter or Seal Strength?
Neither this unit nor enemy in combat with him gesture can use follow-up attack. Okay, that sounds pretty good for like some enemies. Wait, what's follow-up attack? It's like speed.
Yeah, when you have too much speed, then
Okay.
you attack twice.
Steady combat with this unit reduce full strength by 6. Debuff recover by 1 point per turn. So he get 1 strength back per turn.
You attack the guy. That guy's strength goes to -6. And then the next turn after they attack, they have that debuff is reduced to -5.
Okay.
So it's gonna last a while.
Well, I think seal strength for unit with high speed, that would be more worth, right? Wait, no, not really. It's like when you're dealing with a unit with higher speed than you, do they attack twice?
So Seal Strength only applies, the most they can apply is
6.
getting this
Only
to
6.
-6.
Oh, okay. That's kind of hard. I feel like I would go with the first one. It's like more flexible, but it depends on who you use it on, right? It's kind of hard comparison. I think with the amount of, like, what's the average HP each unit have?
Your units are probably not going to have very much more than 30 35, yeah.
I think Seal Strength it's good. I think
Okay.
Seal Strength is better, yeah.
So yes, if we look at the cost,
What? Okay,
do you believe in the developers of this game?
I think it's better personally, but like I might be new because like there might be something. I mean, I don't see how Wary Fighter can be better in a spot, but
So Wary Fighter's main purpose is if the enemies are way faster than you, and
yeah,
you
like
know they're gonna
example
kill
what I
you,
mentioned, right? Yeah.
but is that enough to be better than Seal Strength?
I think Seal Strength is more flexible in like a lot of fights.
Okay.
You would take Wary Fighter in like very specific condition.
But you notice that when you were playing the game, a lot of the times when you had a unit that was good against another unit, they just died, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because
But in that case, Seal Strength would be useless because the unit that you would be sealing the strength would already be dead.
yeah, damn, that is a big cost diff.
So you still think Seal Strength is better?
Yes.
Yeah, Seal Strength is better. Alright, next one. Quick Salve. The unit can take another action after using a recovery item or tonic.
Okay.
Versus
Sounds pretty
Camaraderie. Restores up to 10% HP at the start of each turn if an ally is within 2 spaces.
Okay, not gonna lie, the second one sounds absolute garbage because 10% HP is like nothing. I was healing for like what, 16 every time my healer heals.
Yep.
10% is like what, 3 HP?
Yep.
I'm down for first.
Yeah. And the healing items in this game heal 10 or 20 health each. So yes. Quick Salve
Quick
is
action sounds OP.
definitely better.
Yeah.
Next, Quick Draw versus Strong Riposte.
You do 4 damage when initiating combat. That sounds kind of good. Do +3 damage in combat initiating an enemy. I like Quick Draw, personally. But Strong Riposte can be good on high defense unit. I think Quick Draw.
If you look at the cost,
Is this situational or like this supposed to be like an obvious answer? Because I feel like when you initiate combat, if you kill the enemy in the first hit, yes, you get so much more value, right? So, is that the right answer?
the answer is Strong Riposte.
Really?
Quick Draw only applies when you move your units and attack, right?
Yeah.
But you can get so much more value out of the skill when you put your guy
In
in
front.
front of a lot of
Yeah,
other
yeah,
guys and
yeah.
have all of them attack you. And at that case, the
Totally,
opponents will be attacking you. And you'll get value from the skill for all the enemies that attack you.
So that's why I said like it's very good for high defense unit because I don't know how big of like a tank is in this game, like a tank meta. Yeah.
All right. Next one is Counter or Vantage.
Non-lethal damage taken from an adjacent attacking enemy is also dealt back to that foe. Only work a meta unit. Okay. Start combat at HP 50% or less. Always strike first. Huh. How much range units there usually in like a battle? Because I'm assuming counter doesn't work with range units.
Early in the game, melee units are going to be extremely common. Once you get later into the game, about half the units will have an option to attack you from range.
Well, Vantage sounds mega broken.
Okay.
I think it's Vantage.
But the value you can get
From counter?
Counter.
Yeah, it's very good, but like, doesn't Vantage sound broken? Like, oh wait, 50% HP or less. Oh, okay, never mind. So that'll be like a 50 HP. If you put it on a unit that has like 32 HP, for example, with high stats, it depends on your comp, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's say you run a healer and a frontliner comp, counter will be absolutely broken. So, can I guess like the cost diff between these two?
Sure. Which do you think is better? Which
one is more expensive?
Which do you think is more expensive? Yeah.
I think Vantage is more expensive because it sounds like something you would build late game. What?
So counter is 1,250 gold, while Vantage is 750. The developers really think highly of counter.
Oh, which one do you think is better?
So counter is generally considered to be one of the worst skills in the game.
Yeah, that's what I thought, right?
Yeah.
Because like a range unit will just be immune to counter. Basically,
Yeah.
when you see a unit with counter, you just like use a range unit.
Yeah. And generally, if you want to be seeing a lot of combat, you don't want to be having much damage dealt to you, which means, oh, if they attack me and they deal 5 damage, oh, that's only 5 damage I'm dealing back to them.
Yeah, exactly.
If counter procs. And another thing about counter is, if counter is what gets the kill, you don't gain any experience.
Wait, that's some kind of BS.
Yeah. Also, Vantage is really good for not only if you can kill the enemy in 1 hit, but if it takes 3 hits to kill the enemy, during 1 turn, they attack you, you hit twice, they
Only take 2 turns.
and on the next turn, they try to attack you, but
You proc Vantage.
you proc Vantage,
Yeah.
and you kill them before they can hit you, which gives you an extra layer of survivability once you get to the point where your units are crazy.
Yeah, personally, when I read Vantage, it just sounded in my mind that it would be broken on certain units.
Yeah, and that is definitely true. Now, gamble or luck +4.
Okay. Hit minus 10. That's a hit rate, right?
Yes.
Grant crit plus 10. Critical hit do 3 times the damage of normal hits. Luck +4, grant luck +4 each point of luck equate to half a point of hit. And crit evade.
Crit evade means the opponent is less likely to get a critical hit on you.
Okay. Luck +4 sound good on high luck units. Okay, how bad is this hit minus 10? Like, what's the normal hit rate? Like, not 100, right?
Hit rates are usually like 80 or 90.
How about crit rate?
Crit rates are usually like 5%.
Okay, so let's say there's a unit in this game that's built around like high crit rate, right?
Okay.
Is how high is like that unit?
You can probably get to about
50?
40, 50, yeah.
Oh. I think gamble is better if you can build around that. But luck +4, you can also build around it. How high can luck get?
So if there are ways to boost stats, you can permanently boost your stats and reach certain caps.
Like a buff, right?
The cap of luck, I believe, for most units is about 35, 40. And you can go further than that by stacking extra passive bonuses like luck +4, or there are certain items you can take per map, or rallies that can apply to buff stats.
Well, personally, I feel like hit minus 10 doesn't matter that much because stats so high, and you get like, 10 crit for free and 3 extra damage. And luck just seems like kind of minimal. Like the stats you gain is not as much.
Okay.
All right, we'll see.
So let's look at the costs. The developers think they both cost the same, and both these skills are trash.
What are they trash? Or do you like gamble?
The developers think both of the skills are trash based off the gold value.
Oh, so are they like just not meta?
So where do you think these are in viability?
I think gamble can be very viable for high crit units. Like let's say a unit can reach like around like 30%.
Okay.
I think you already got like the full value, no?
You think gamble is way better than luck +4?
Yes.
Okay. So gamble is considered to be the worst skill in the game.
Really?
Yes. Believe it or not, critical hits are bad for you almost as often as they're good for you.
Wait, why is that?
So this game has a mechanic where if you have units paired together, basically every other combat that's they're a part of, if they outspeed their opponents and double them, they will block every other attack that comes their way.
Oh,
But that only happens if all of their hits connect. Or
okay.
if all their hits connect, yeah. And if you get a critical hit, that's one less attack that you're doing, which means you're not able to get as many hits on your opponents. And so you become more vulnerable to getting hits.
Okay.
Also, you know how there are tiles in this game, right?
Yeah.
An enemy can only attack you if there's a free tile open right next to you.
Mm-hmm. Unless they range.
Yeah. So if you get a critical hit, that can open up another opportunity for an extra enemy to hit you.
Wait, why
when
is
they
that?
Otherwise would not. Because if you leave a unit alive, they can block the square.
Oh.
Well, if they're dead, well, another enemy can take up the
Oh,
square
okay. I
and
see.
kill you.
I see.
And this is a game with permanent death. So if you lose a unit, then they are dead forever.
I mean, why can't you just use Gamble on a ranged unit?
You can use Gamble on a ranged unit, but generally, you want to guarantee being able to kill your enemy.
So you want consistency,
Yes.
basically. Okay.
Because if your ranged unit tries to hit that guy and fails, and you don't have a bunch of support ready to rush in and protect that guy,
Mhm.
that guy's probably dead.
Also, like personally, when I read like it just sounded terrible, so I just went with Gamble.
Luck plus 4 isn't an amazing skill, but it's better than actively making your hit rates worse.
Oh, okay.
Alright, next one. We have Elbow Room versus Natural Cover.
You can deal +3 damage when fighting in space with no Terran effects. That like map effects?
Yes, so there are certain tiles in the map that have special effects. Like
How
If
often
you're-
do these come up?
if you're in woods, then you have -1 damage taken.
Okay.
If you're in a space with terrain effects, then Natural Cover activates.
Well, these are just situational, no? But how often are the Terrans effects? Everywhere?
So there are many maps in the game where terrain is very prevalent. There are many maps in the game where there isn't very much terrain, but there is going to be terrain in every single map
Okay.
that you can make use of.
I like natural cover mainly because like when I'm in a Terran effect, I assume like the frontline unit will be there first. I like natural cover. I feel like defense is very valuable in a game where there's perma death and the healer is probably on your team.
Yeah.
So yeah, HP is like more effective.
If you look at how much they cost, the developers think both these skills are trash.
Are they trash? I mean, I would personally like buy natural cover because that's like 3 extra defense for free.
Yeah.
If you can, I mean, most of the time you probably can use it like pretty easily, assuming like
So
Terrans are common.
there is going to be more spaces without terrain than there is with terrain.
Oh, okay. So, but like, would you opt into natural cover, or are these okay? You're gonna have 1 skill per character, right?
You can have 5 skills per character.
5 skill per character.
Yeah.
I feel like natural cover would be like a good option early game. How much gold do you get per round usually?
5,000.
5,000?
Yeah.
I mean, 500 gold for like cheap
I mean,
DR for your team.
the gold costs don't actually really exist in game unless you're cheating.
Oh, okay.
This is for like new game plus stuff.
Okay.
You're spending extra gold to get more skills.
So was I correct that natural cover is better, or
Elbow Room is considered to be one of the best skills in the game.
really?
Because if you're
Killing-
playing in an efficient way, you're trying to kill everything as fast as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be sending your horse guys far ahead of everyone else. And in that case, you're going to be probably not going to be able to choose what terrain you're going to sit on at all times, which is why a skill that deals more damage, which allows you to push even further, is so valuable. Like this.
Oh wait, oh that's a no Terran effect. I thought I said Terran effect. Yeah, that's just like a reading issue.
Yeah.
Okay, but like okay, in my like when I read both and assuming they're both like Terran effect.
Yeah.
I thought natural cover would be easier to use because you know you can just move your unit into like a wood place, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, and then you cannot expect where enemy will spawn. Like because I don't have the experience like how often enemies spawn this game.
Yeah.
So you can't just like go in with like the Terran effect +3 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that was just a misread effect. Because no Terran effect, that sounds broken. Kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
Lethality. Oh, my
or
favorite name.
Defender.
Each Atlanta has a chance of instantly killing, provided the hit will have dealt damage. Skill stat X 0.25, so 1 out of 4.
Yep.
How much skill stat do you usually have? Your level?
Early game, it's around 10. Late game, it's around 30. But you can go higher if you stack for it. If you build for it.
Versus Defender +1 to all stats?
Yes.
Like only for himself, right? For themselves.
Yes.
I would take Lethality. One stat to everything. It doesn't sound that good. You say that instantly killing could be bad, but I think you put that in range unit, that's fine, no?
You want your range unit to be able to guarantee any kill that they try to go for, because if they don't, they kind of just die.
Oh, that is true. I would think that Defender is cheaper than Lethality. Yeah, because this Lethality thing sounds like for example, right?
Yeah.
Can you restart a run if you fail? Or do you have to start from the beginning?
The developers do not intend you to restart your run when you fail.
Oh, okay. So like you can't just like RNG proc.
That's not how they want you to play. That's how people play.
That's how people play. Okay. Well, yeah. I think Lethality is not that bad. Is it bad?
Oh, it's garbage.
It's garbage?
I mean, it is a PvP skill.
Yeah.
If you're playing through the game normally, Lethality it does basically nothing.
Okay, because you just play it by stats.
You're much better off building your unit to kill the enemies rather than getting a 5% chance, if you're lucky, to instant kill.
Like, let's say your objective was to kill the boss, for example.
Yeah.
That it would have value, no?
Bosses usually are not that much stronger than the other guys. That map is just unique. Yeah.
Okay, I see. Alright.
Plus, a lot of your units would have dealt 0 damage to that guy anyways, so...
I mean, you just put on the unit that would deal damage, right?
Yeah. While Defender is just
well-rounded,
pretty
cheap.
good.
Yeah.
It is basically -1 damage taken always.
Yeah.
+1 speed,
+1 HP.
+1 damage dealt. It's just pretty solid. Life Taker or Soul?
What? Wait, Life Taker sounds broken. Alright, so each hit Lennis has chance to proc this skill, absorb HP equal to half of damage dealt, trigger percent equals skill stat. Okay, so this is chance.
Yes.
I would take Life Taker. That sounds broken.
If we want to look at how much the developers value each of the skills.
What? Okay. Am I wrong when I say Life Taker is more broken than Soul? Or Life Taker?
Soul is considered to be extremely good. Life Taker is considered to be pretty mid, because you have to first be in range of an enemy and kill them.
Yes.
But you could also just chug a potion and heal 10 or 15 or 20 damage.
Okay. Well, Soul is good because you can counterattack and also heal, right?
Yeah. So Soul doesn't require you to spend your action doing an attack. You can do something else. While also, it basically acts as a way to extend the effective health bar of your units.
Yeah.
So while Life Taker, you're basically stuck with your maximum HP value at the start of when enemies attack you.
Yeah.
Soul allows you to
like, let's say a 30 HP unit can have like a bar of like 50.
Yeah.
If it procs.
If it procs,
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, personally, I would think that Soul is worse because you cannot control it. It's a percentage, right?
Yes.
So, sure, like theoretically, it can be, better.
Yeah.
I would take Life Taker for like the more control, but if I play the game more, I would probably have experience because in TFT when I play games, there's a lot of like percentage things.
Yeah.
And as long as like it evens out in the long run, like the percentage, if it's basically consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Soul is basically something that you put on someone that's already doing very well to make them even better and like make it so that you can turn off your brain and send them into any group of enemies.
Like that OP guy I use.
Yeah. While Life Taker is effectively, you are using it to save a potion drink.
Oh yeah.
Which can be useful, but in a game where you also have like healers and stuff.
Yeah, I do.
Less useful.
Okay.
Next, we have Underdog versus Lucky 7.
Hit / avoid +15 if a full level is higher. That sounds kind of good.
Yep.
Hit avoid set 20 for first 7 turns. The game is not gonna even last 7 turns. How long does the game usually last? Like around?
Well, it depends on how good you are.
Oh, okay. I mean, I would take Lucky 7 then.
Oh yeah. Lucky 7 is very much considered to be the better skill.
Yeah, I mean,
If you play at a casual pace, sometimes it takes you like 30, 40, 100 turns to beat a map. But the better you get, the closer you are to clearing a map in 7 turns, which is when Lucky 7 is active. So it's always active.
Avoid 20 to sound broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
Quiet Strength or Voice of Peace.
Okay. Take -2 damage. 2 space, have a decent amount. Enemy within 2 space inflict -2 damage with their physical attacks. Allies, does that include yourself or
No?
No. I would take I mean, you can play around Quiet Strength. Like, let's say you finish a turn.
Yeah.
And then you move your unit with Quiet Strength up, and then you move your other unit within that 2 range.
Yep.
I would take Quiet Strength.
Yeah. Quiet Strength is extremely good. Allies within 2 spaces take -2 damage.
Yeah.
That skill is exclusive to a healer, and that skill single-handedly makes that healer viable.
Okay, I mean, it sounds really easy to play around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as like you have your healer by your combat units, you can pretty much increase the number of enemies they are safe to take on by 1 in a lot of cases, which is very impactful. Well, Voice of Peace is kind of the same thing as Defense +2.
Yeah.
That might affect the allies that are right next to you. It's alright, but yeah.
Wait, how does that apply to allies next to you?
Because if an enemy is going to attack you and is close to the unit with Voice of Peace, as long as they're within 2 spaces of that ally, they're still going to have their attack reduced. Is there any skill icon that looks cool to you?
Well, I know bandage. This is bandage.
Yeah.
What's this skill?
That is
half accurate damage you attack. What does that mean?
So if you are 10 HP less than your maximum health, that 10 is your accrued damage.
Huh. That sounds very risky. It's D tier.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, we'll just start from like the bottom.
Yeah. Enemies within 2 spaces deal 2 less damage with their physical attacks.
Oh yeah, oh that thing. I'm gonna put it in that for now.
Okay.
Alright, let me put this with advantage. I mean, wait, can you tell me what advantage is? I just want to recall it.
So if your HP is less than half, then you attack first when an enemy tries to attack you.
I will put that in that. Alright, let's start from the top. It's much easier.
Aegis halves the bow, tome, dragonstone, breath, rock, or shuriken damage. So that is half the weapon types in the game.
Okay.
But the trigger percent is your skill stats.
Oh, so that's like usually like 10%?
It can be between 10 and 30 a lot of the time.
I'm putting that in that. That sounds kind of broken.
Okay. Next is Aptitude. Aptitude increases your chance of gaining stats when leveling up by 10%. In total, you can level up to 38 times.
That sounds pretty good.
Astra.
So basically, the gaining stat you basically have a 10% chance to get another level for free.
So let's say my character has a 50% chance of gaining strength. Instead, they have a 60% chance of gaining strength every single level now.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh. That's not bad.
Okay.
Alright, Astra. 5 times at half damage. So the enemy can only hit me back once, right?
Yes. This is in place of each individual hit that you deal. So instead of hitting once they hit and then you hit again, you can proc. The first hit can proc Astra. You hit 5 times. The enemy tries to hit you. Then you can activate Astra again if you get lucky.
What? This is Astra, right? This
Yes.
this icon?
Yes.
What? That sounds kind of good.
Yeah. So you're effectively multiplying your damage by 2.5 and getting all the benefits of dealing hits.
Yeah. Alright. What's this?
That is Axe Fair. Plus 5 damage when using axes.
How good are axe characters?
Axes are... They are the best units at dealing melee damage.
Okay. I mean, I would probably put this as A, but maybe it's overkill.
Okay. That is Axe Breaker. it is, if you're going up against a unit with an axe, then they have minus 50 hits, and you have plus 50 hits.
That sounds very situational. Are they common? Axe user common?
So there are 6 weapon types in the game. Axe users are about 1/6 of the game.
1/6. I think it can be very useful as like a frontline unit.
Okay.
Probably like B. 50? You say 50? They hit by 50.
Yes. Hit is increased on your end by 50, decreased on their end by 50.
oh, that sounds kind of good. Okay, I'm gonna put an A.
Now this is Inspiration.
Oh, I guess that's a breaker for everything.
Yeah. Allies within 2 spaces get +2 to their damage dealt and -2 to their damage received.
+2 to damage dealt, -2 to damage received. Wait, that's better than the one we just looked at, right? Hey, what? That sounds kind of good.
Okay. Next up is... So, in the game you have... The game gives you a beast unit. And the beast unit has to stay using their special weapon in order to get the benefit of the skill. But if they're using their special weapon, they deal double damage to any enemy on a horse or a Pegasus.
Okay.
Or the might of the weapon doubles.
Thank you. I would put this in A because it's probably not as common. Like from what I've seen, like the units are not usually on horses.
Okay.
So I would put it as A because it's probably very situational.
Heartseeker. Adjacent enemies have -20 to their avoid.
Wow. Wait, that sounds really good. Not that good, but like for maps, is there like a map specific thing where you only fight like a bunch of ninjas who have high avoid?
Yes.
Okay, I mean this sounds very, very good situationally. Like A.
All right. That is Bowfair. Deal +5 damage if you're using a bow.
Sounds broken. A.
Okay. Bow Breaker.
Yep, I probably know what that does.
Yep.
Sounds also pretty good situationally.
That is Rend Heaven.
Half full string of magic damage is bonus damage. What? Trigger percent still set probably like 10 to 30. That sounds... Well, you say like the chances are usually very important in this game, right? When you're trying to kill an opponent.
Yeah.
Damn, this sounds really good though. Strength is usually the attack, right?
Yes. If you're using a physical weapon, it takes the enemy's strength. If you're using a magic weapon, it takes their magic.
I mean, this doesn't sound bad at all. Like, it's like 50% damage for free, usually. I would put it in like B-ish.
Okay. Next up, we have Natural Cover. If you're on terrain, -3 damage taken.
Okay. I don't have anything against natural cover.
Okay. That is Replicates. It creates a copy of your units, but they share a health bar.
You can just put this on your healer. Or like, you can put it in a unit that had an extra turn, right? Is there like a lock limit you cannot use on that?
You can only use Replicate once per map. On any individual units.
So it's only for one turn?
They exist for the rest of the map.
Oh, okay. So for the whole round? Okay, I mean like if you use this on a unit that grants an extra turn, right?
Yeah. You cannot use that specifically is prevented.
I mean, you can get extra healer. It's not bad. I would put it in S here.
Okay.
Personally, because it's easy to use.
Yeah. Next is Counter.
Oh wait, I do remember what counter does. It's like I remember it's a very...
Any damage taken at one range is dealt back to the opponent if it doesn't kill.
Personally, I think it's not bad.
Okay.
It's B. I like put it at B.
That is lunge. So it gives your units the option when they're attacking an enemy to swap positions with them.
Is that ever useful? I could see it.
Sometimes when you want to move as far forward in the map as possible.
Yeah. I put it like B.
Okay. That is Savage Blow. So foes within 2 spaces of your units lose 20% of their health after any combat this unit initiates.
Wow. Wait, what?
This passive damage cannot kill an enemy.
Yeah. Up to 20%.
Yeah.
What does it mean by up to?
Rounding.
Oh, okay. What? This sounds very easy to use, though.
Yeah. That is Seal Defense. After combat with this unit, the opposing unit has -6 defense.
Does it proc on your first hit?
No.
No.
It procs after combat. After combat.
Okay. That doesn't sound appealing to me.
That is Defender. Now, if you are willing to devote a unit's action to supporting a unit, like occupying the same space, then that is +1 to all stats except HP and movements.
Oh yeah, I remember this. It's quite cheap. I would think it's a B tier, probably maybe even A. I think it's kind of solid. It's like a level for free, or like not just a level. It's like multiple level for free, right? Because there's a chance to get 1 stat.
Yeah.
I think it's A.
That next one is Defense +2.
Okay, defense +2. Kind of solid.
Wary Fighter. That means that you cannot double your opponents, but your opponents cannot double you.
Can I double attack?
Yeah.
Pretty useful, I think.
That is Malefic Aura. That means enemies within 2 spaces take 2 more damage from magic attacks.
Do you can like okay? So do people usually run like a magic comp? Like they have like 3 magic users?
Yeah.
3 or more?
Sure.
They do?
Magic is generally considered to be a bit stronger than physical attacks in this game.
Okay, I would probably put this at probably B.
Yeah. That is Armored Blow. If you initiate an attack, you take 10 less physical damage.
What? From just for how long?
During the attack.
During the comp. Oh wow. Okay.
That female units within 2 spaces take 2 less damage.
Female units only.
Yes.
Sus.
Half your army is going to be female. Half your army is going to be male.
Okay. Within two spaces.
Yes.
It just sounds like a worse whatever the other thing is.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably C.
Okay. After combat with this unit, the opponent takes -4 in all stats.
Wow.
Except HP and movement.
Okay, that makes sense. Huh. Okay.
This unit takes...
Okay. Wait. Let me go back to this. -4 to all stat, I mean defense and attack, right?
Yes.
How long?
The debuffs recover by 1 point every turn.
Wow. I kind of like this one.
Oh yeah. That a skill % chance to half damage from all the melee weapon types. So swords, lances.
That sounds solid. It's like, yeah.
That is Skill times 0.75 chance to inflict half the attack power as extra damage.
Damn, that's kind of straightforward.
Yep.
0.75, it's like around like how much? Like usually 10% max or?
So your skill is going to be between 10 and 30, so taking 3/4 of that.
It's not very high.
Yeah. So like...
Probably like C tier.
Okay. That is, if you have allies within 2 spaces, you heal 10% at the start of your turn.
Within 2 spaces?
Yes.
10% is not a lot, I would guess.
That is a luck percent chance to gain 300 gold on the first 7 turns.
Each of them or?
Each of them.
Wow. Okay, as a TFT player, we all love econ.
Yeah.
Econ is king.
Yeah.
Like, money snowballs.
Yeah.
I would personally put this in S tier because, wow, the cap is like 2,100 gold per map.
Yeah. And a standard weapon costs 1,000 gold.
Okay, like this, whoa, like, okay, I'm gonna put this first because that sounds kind of good.
So there are these items that increase your stats by 2 points but only last for 1 map. This item boosts their effects to increasing your stats by 3 points instead of 2 points. And it also boosts the effect of drinking healing items by 50%. So instead of healing 10, you heal 15.
Wow, okay. That item sounds kind of broken. You can say you can have up to 5, right?
Up to 5 what?
5
to
skills.
5 skills, yeah.
Wow, okay, what?
On even numbered turns, you deal +4 damage.
Okay, so on all enemy turns. Or is it like even number turn, like your turn?
Your turn, enemy turn, now it's turn 2. Your turn, enemy turn, now it's turn 3.
Oh, okay. It doesn't sound that bad. We can play around it.
Yep.
I would even put it A. That's like, if you can control it like better. But I'll just say B.
On even numbered turns, you heal 40% health at the start of the turn.
Oh, we went over this, right?
Yeah. So, if you have 300 gold in your taking up an item slot for your unit, you can spend that to deal 10 more damage and receive 10 less damage on combat you initiate.
For the whole round?
For the whole... When you initiate combats against that one enemy, you...
Like, you do have to spend the gold? You
spend the golds. And you deal 10 more damage, you take 10 less damage.
I'm just pairing with this.
Okay.
Sounds kind of good.
That... Your hit rates goes up by 30. But your avoid goes down by 30. But your chance to proc skills goes up by 15.
Wow, so that's basically a skill. Okay. Oh wow.
So you're never dodging your opponents, but your opponents are also never dodging you.
Yeah, and you proc skills.
Yes.
Okay.
That is Duelist Blow. Your avoid is +30 in combat that you initiate.
Wow, okay. Whoa, that sounds very good.
That is a PvP skill that only applies in PvP, so we do not care about the skill.
Okay. Oh, next one.
Luck percent chance to gain double experience on combats that you initiate.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
How often do you reach max level?
How
many chapters?
You're basically only reaching max level at the very end of the game.
So you can just snowball this in the early level, basically.
Experience decays if you are at a higher level than your opponents.
Oh.
So you can gain 1 experience per combat.
Okay. That doesn't sound very good. It still sounds kind of good. I'll put like not terrible.
Okay. After any combat involving this unit, the opponent takes 20% damage extra.
Okay, so it's like a defense reduction. So you can like basically hit this guy first and then follow up with the other guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Loki, it might be A. Like certain hit points, like cut off.
What on earth? Oh. Sorry.
Wait, what?
This is Dragon Ward, a very strange skill. Half damage when adjacent ally is attacked. Trigger percent equals target's luck stats divided by 2.
That's not very high. But it's not bad either. That sounds... I'm just gonna put it here. I mean... It's not hard to use, is the thing. Wait, adjacent ally or not within 2? Okay.
Adjacent allies, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next is Oshiden Unity. It increases your chance to proc skills by 10%.
Wait, I'm gonna put it in Z. It's not that hard to use.
Okay.
Okay. You know what?
It increases your chance to proc skills by 10%.
10%, like straight
10%.
up 10%.
10%.
No multiplier. Just
Yeah.
10%.
So if your chance to proc lethality was 4%, you now have a 14% chance.
Yeah, I want to put that in S real quick.
Okay. That allows you to use a healing item before taking another action during that turn.
So usually you can only use a healing item after that taking action?
Using a healing item takes up your action for the turn.
Oh. So this basically gives you an extra turn most of the time.
You can't move afterwards, but you can take another action, like attacking.
Okay. I would say it's pretty viable.
Okay. That is...
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah. Shuriken Breaker.
Okay.
Plus 50% to hit and avoid against shurikens. That is Shuriken Fair, plus 5 damage if you have a shuriken equipped. That's Lance Fair.
Okay, I just personally
Breaker.
like put these in the A tier because like they're viable, but like, you know, it's not 100% uptime.
Okay.
So I just don't like putting in an S.
That is Lethality.
Oh, okay. Personally, I don't think it's that bad. How much did it cost again? 2,500?
Yes.
Yeah. 2,500 is kind of expensive. It probably has some uses.
Okay. That is Life Taker. So once you kill an enemy in combat that you initiate, you heal 50% of your health.
I personally just like this. I feel like you're gonna have control over it.
Okay. Life and Death. Your hits deal 10 more damage. You receive 10 more damage from all hits.
That sounds terrifying. Cause
in a game with permanent death.
In a game with permanent death, that sounds terrifying.
Okay. Luck plus 4. Luck affects your hit rates, your avoid rates, and your ability to evade crits.
Okay, so before we proceed, there was a thing that say you can take 10 less damage, right? Up here somewhere.
It was the best skill in the game that you said.
Which one? Spend trainer gold?
Yes. Yeah.
You could just use it at whenever, right?
So that's only for combats that you are initiating.
Oh, so it doesn't work with this.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I could come up with some broken combo.
So it will work on player phase when you're initiating combat.
Yeah, but then when enemy attack me, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Vantage exists. If you're below 50% health, then you can hedge first.
But they can just one shot. They can just one shot me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's this?
Rally Luck. You can use the rally command, and all allies within 2 spaces will get plus 8 luck.
Plus 8 luck.
Which is effectively 4 points of hits, 4 points of avoid, 4 points of reducing crit avoid.
I don't value luck that much.
That is Lucky 7. On the first 7 turns, hit plus 20, avoid plus 20.
Oh, I feel like it's could be S.
Luna. Skill percent chance to negate enemy defense.
Wow.
magic +2. You deal +2 damage with magical weapons. And heal by 1 more point.
Huh. So like personally, like on a healer, or just all your heal receive at 1 point?
If it's on a healer.
Oh. Probably this.
Okay. That is counter magic. When you're hit by a magic attack, you
Hit first.
the opponent takes the amount of damage that you take.
Oh. Wait, that sounds kind of good.
Okay. That is rally magic. Allies within 2 spaces gain +4 magic for the turn.
Just like 1 turn.
Yeah.
How often can you activate this? Only once?
You can do it as many times throughout the entire map, but you have to spend that unit's action, and it only applies to units within 2 spaces.
Wait, how much points again? How much attack?
4 points.
4 points. 4 points. If you're running a mage comp, that's basically 100% uptime if you're not trolling.
Okay.
Within 2 spaces?
Within 2 spaces.
So you move this guy first. Wait, no, you cannot move this guy first. Wow, that's kind of hard to use.
Okay.
Wait, let me think. You can basically pre-move and you can buff and then you move, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But your allies need to be
within
all
2
in
range.
range.
Yeah.
So if you plan your moves properly, in theory,
Yeah, in theory, it's usable, kind of.
Tome Thayer +5 damage when you're using magic weapons.
Wow. I mean, that's just 5 damage for free.
Okay. That is Seal Magic. After combat with your units, the opposing unit gets debuffed 6 magic. Magic is one of the 6 weapon types in the game.
It's not hard to use.
Okay. HP +5.
Wow. That sounds broken.
That is Miracle. Luck % chance to not die when you otherwise would have.
Huh. I would put this in S. I would want all my units to have miracle, kind of.
Okay. That is Warding Blow. When your unit initiates an attack, they take 10 less damage from magical sources.
10 less?
Yes.
What?
Okay. Movement +1.
Oh, movement just like another space, right?
Yes.
I think it's kind of important for a certain unit to have movement +1, probably.
Okay. EXP times 1.2.
You said that the XP you gain is based off that opponent's level, right?
Yes.
Wow, this could snowball though. I would not think it's that bad. I would put C. So, for the XP thing, right?
Yeah.
When you level up, do you heal to full?
No.
No? So you only gain stats?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have a chance to gain each stats.
A chance to gain each stat.
It's like not bad, like 40 to 50% on average.
Okay. I mean, I think like XP, like just getting ahead sounds not terrible. Yeah.
So, this is a skill for when you are paired up with another unit. If you are in front, you take all their proc skills, they're yours now.
Wow.
So, on proc skills that activate when you attack, like Lethality or Rend Heaven, which is... So, these skills, only one of them can activate per hit. It takes the least likely of the proc chances, and those are first in line. So if you don't get Lethality, then you can get Astra, then Dragon Fang.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
When you have a unit in front of you, like let's say for example you attack, right?
Yeah.
And that unit is in front.
Yeah.
Can you use a unit behind you and swap position and then attack, or it will take that turn to swap position?
So you are free to swap positions using that action. So let's say I have Mr. Man in front and Mrs. Woman in the back.
Mm-hmm.
I can move forward and swap to Mrs. Woman and have Mrs. Woman attack.
Okay, so let's say I have Vantage
Okay.
and like a bunch of other like good ones.
Yeah.
I basically just always have it on 2 units per mob time. It's
So-
not easy. It's not hard to maintain.
This has to exist on the unit that's in front.
Has to is it a unit that's in front? Okay.
If it's on the unit in back, it does nothing.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
So you always use the other unit first, and then you just have this one swap position. Okay, I mean, I feel like it's a fun one to play around.
Wait, what are you thinking of doing with that?
Like, let's say the unit in the back
Yeah.
have Vantage. You use her first, like, or like them first, and then you use the unit with this to swap position and then attack with like Vantage was like a sustain skill, right?
So Vantage always has to be in the unit in front.
Yeah.
Vantage is not a proc skill. It's guaranteed.
Oh, it's not. Oh, it's a guaranteed. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, Drain is still good.
Okay. So next is better odds. On odd number turns at the start of the turn, you heal plus 40 HP.
What?
Plus 40% HP.
Oh, I kind of like this.
Right?
Oh wait. I have
it-
another question on this.
Yeah.
So the unit in front.
Yeah.
Steal the units that pass it from the back.
So only the proc skills like lethality.
Yeah. But just a unit in front.
Yes.
Okay, so that's very easy to use.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next is odd shaped. So on odd number turns, deal plus 4 damage.
Sounds broken. Because it's your first turn.
Okay. Death blow. Crit chance plus 30% when you initiate combat.
You say you don't like crit. Well, I like crit.
Okay. If you like crit, then feel free to rate it as high as you want. It's 30%, which is a pretty big deal.
I love crit.
Elbow root. If you are in a space with no terrain bonuses, plus 3 damage.
Oh. Wow.
If you are doing combat with an enemy that's not on a horse or a Pegasus or a something else like that, plus 5 damage. If the enemy does not have one of those mounts.
Okay.
That is pass. You can walk through opponents.
Oh, I mean, this sounds situational, but sounds kind of good. It's like a lunge, but better, right?
So lunge can theoretically increase the amount of spaces you move.
Uh-huh.
Pass cannot, but it.
But
lets
pass
you
allow
take a
you
shorter
to
path.
Yeah, allow you to take a shorter path. Yeah. And you don't have to fight the opponent in front.
Strong riposte. When an enemy attacks you, you deal plus 3 damage.
I think it's very high A.
Lock touch. You can open locks.
Is that important?
It's impossible to rate. Just put it out in this route.
Okay.
When you initiate combat, you deal plus 4 damage.
Wow. Okay.
Golem Bane, which is you deal extra bonus damage against enemies that have a golem type, and those are very rare. Rally Defense. Within 2 spaces, you can use the rally command to increase defense by 4.
I think this is very good.
Rally Resistance. It's you can
Defense?
rally for magic defense. Defense against magic.
Oh, and you can basically just know who you're fighting against when you're planning your phase.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That is Rally Skill. Skill is so this is effectively a
4%.
6-point boost to your hit rates and a 2% boost to your crit rates for a rally. Rally Strength. So Strength is your primary attacking stat for most of your
Yeah.
units.
This is like +4, right?
Yes. That is Certain Blow. when you initiate combat, hit plus 40.
Wow. That sounds important for high dodge.
That is renewal. At the start of your turn, heal 30% of your HP.
Does not sound that bad. Okay.
Alright. Shelter. If there is a unit that is unpaired, just out in the field, that is an ally, you can use the shelter command to pair them up with you.
Anywhere.
Yeah. So you're going to be, the shelter user is going to be the unit in front, and the ally is going to be in back. And if you're right next to the ally, you can shelter them to put them in the back of you.
Wait, put them in the back of you? Can it be in front though?
So the unit that is using the skill is going to be in front.
Oh. So this skill,
yeah,
does it take up a turn?
Yes.
But anywhere though. Anywhere. No.
Your shelter user has to be right next to the person that you're sheltering.
Yeah, but like you said, like this can be anywhere on the map. Like, does it have a range? Like, let's say you're on shelter, like far away from you, moving range.
So, you have to be at the end of your move. You have to be right next to the unit that you want to protect, that you want to shelter.
Okay, so you basically just move them back. It sounds worthless, no? Because you can just like swap them.
You can
when they attack, you can just swap them. What are you unsheltered?
So, let's say a unit wants to attack unpaired. Okay, they attack, and now they're in range of a lot of enemies. Now you can, to avoid them from dying, you can shelter them and make them in the back.
Okay, so you cannot swap position unless you're attacking, right?
You.
Oh, does shelter have like a?
If you're already paired, you can swap positions freely.
Oh, so you have to pair them in the first place.
This is only an interaction between two units that are not paired up.
Okay. This sounds mid AF.
Now, the advanced tech you can do with that skill is
with this?
With shelter.
Yeah, with shelter with this.
Is if you shelter, you can take another unit's action to yoink someone from the back of another unit, swap, so that's the unit in the back can now attack or do anything they want again.
Yeah.
And the advanced tech is usually when you're using that with your dancer, who can provide another action to another unit.
Oh,
so
I see.
This allows you to have lots of extra dances if you have enough shelter users. If you can position in a very particular way.
Oh, this sounds kind of advanced.
Yeah.
I was thinking of using this with this skill.
Hoshiden Union. Or Norian Trust. Again.
Yeah.
Scroll down. That is
Attack?
resistance plus 2.
Oh. So it's just defense total, like magic and defense.
Wait, no, that... is that? Yeah, that's resistance plus 2. That is magical defense.
Oh, okay. I would assume it's important.
Okay. Seal resistance. So, after any combats that you do,
they
the
lose all.
Is sealed by -6.
-6. Oh. But like after combat, so like right after, let's say I use a unit first, right?
Yeah.
And then I can follow up with my other magic user,
yeah.
And that would be like basically +12 if it take 2 magic hits.
Yes.
Okay.
That is gamble. -10 hits, +10 crits.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure with 30% crit and with this, that's gonna pair up. It's not even that bad.
Alright. So, male units within 2 spaces take 2 less damage.
Okay. Oh, down here. Also, I'm pretty sure I should put gamble like right here.
Okay. If you heal an ally, the healer also heals half. The healer also heals the amount that the ally heals.
Okay. It doesn't seem that useful, but I feel like for some scenario it might be useful if your healer can actually tank hits. Like it's very important for like the one that, that use like the 2 range defense thing.
Yeah.
I think it's probably very viable.
Okay. Shove. You can shove an ally 1 space.
Does it take up a turn?
Yes.
What? I would not. I would probably don't know how to use it, but
Skill +2. It is +3 to hit rates, +1 to crit rates. That is Salvage Blow. If you initiate combat and kill, you have a luck % chance to take a weaker version of the enemy's weapon.
what does it mean by weaker version?
You can only get an iron sword, an iron lance, an iron bow, stuff like that.
What?
But you can sell these weapons.
Oh.
Or forge these weapons. Because if you want to make your weapon stronger, you need other copies of the weapon.
What? Wait, what's the % chance again? What skill?
Luck % chance.
Yeah.
And that is like between 8 and like 25.
8 to 25%.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Poison Strike. After combat that this unit initiates, deal 20% damage to the opponent.
After combat.
After combat that this unit initiates.
20% extra.
Yes, 20% of their health.
Oh, their health, so they can't die.
They cannot die.
Wait, 20%. Oh, that's like 4-ish.
Yeah, around there.
4, 6. That sounds not that bad, to be honest.
Against units that are flying, +30 hits, +30 avoid.
Does flying unit usually have a high dodge chance?
Yeah.
That sounds very good. Situational though.
That is Soul. Skill % chance to heal half damage dealt.
Oh, we know where this one is.
That is also a niche skill. That is Rally Speed.
Speed. That sounds turbo broken.
+6 to avoid, +4 to your ability to double attack if you reach.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, wait. I think personally this is S. Okay.
Next is Seal Speed.
Wow. After you attack, they lose 6 speed.
Yes. So most of your units are probably going to be able to double attack them.
Sounds solid.
Strength +2.
I'm tempting to put this on S. I don't know why, but I'm just unfamiliar with the cutoff. Attack +2.
Yeah. That is Seal Strength. At the start of every turn, a luck % chance to heal 20% of your health. Swap. Take your turn to swap places with another unit.
Wait, I thought
that unit has to be right next to you.
Okay, so swap is not there automatically. You have to take this to swap.
So swap means you're on this tile. You're on the next tile. You swap places.
Anytime, you have to be right next to you.
Yeah. When you're paired up, you can switch between the 2 units that are paired whenever you want. But swap is a movement skill.
I personally don't like it, but maybe there's some use for it.
Alright. That is Amaterasu. Allies within 2 spaces heal 20% at the start of your turn.
Ooh, that sounds kind of solid.
darting blow. So, +5 to your effective speed, which is your ability to double attack.
Okay.
When you're initiating combat.
+5 is... You have to double that speed attack twice, right?
You have to have 5 more speed than your opponents to double that.
Wow. Wait, that sounds better than I thought. Wait, can you equip multiple at one?
Multiple of what?
Like an ability?
No.
Okay.
That is Swordbreaker.
Okay. I know
Sword
what it is.
Fair, Tonebreaker.
Tonebreaker.
If the opponent is higher level than you, +15 to hit and avoid. Alright. This is quite a list. Let's zoom out a bit.
I mean, okay, I can explain my thought process. So, in the S tier, I mean, there shouldn't be that much S tier because clearly some of the S are higher than S.
Yeah.
And I just feel bad putting them in A because they are very useful in global situation. Like, I feel like these rallies should not be in S; they should be low A. So I'm gonna put them like low S. Put them down here. And I kind of value anything that give you gold.
Okay.
That would be like my number one because gold equals snowball.
Yeah.
If you beat like the first few level with these advantage, you're basically snowballing the rest of the game.
Okay.
And you can afford anything you want, right?
Yeah.
And I value like high uptime like combat effectiveness.
Yes. Yeah.
That is usually very situational. Like you can use it every single map basically. Yeah. And wait, can you remind me what this is again? I was about to like...
That is skill % chance to ignore enemy defenses.
Yeah, so this one is not as consistent, but that's why I'm going to move that to A.
Okay.
And this is a 100% time, right?
If you initiate combat.
Yeah. Basically, it's not 50% because most of the time if you initiate combat, you can kill someone with like +4 damage.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the A tier, I have the breakers and the plus because meanwhile, while they're like, you know, situational, like you can't really rate them S tier because it didn't apply to all classes.
Yeah.
But I assume it can be S tier because you can pair them up with like this, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't really rate them like higher because this one can pair globally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any individual unit is probably going to want to specialize in a single weapon type.
Yes.
But so the one that's relevant for them is going to be extremely useful.
Yeah. And then in the B tier, I just don't think the value is high enough for it to be in D tier. But like that's probably because you cannot equip more than like one skill of the same type.
Yeah.
So these are probably just could be S tier.
However, the developers think the +2 skills are trash, and so they price them accordingly. Those cost 500 gold, while the weapon fares cost, I think it's 2,000 gold.
Yeah, but like you're gonna end up like buying these anyways.
Yeah.
Right. Because like you're not gonna buy like all the A tier. There's probably not enough viable options for like all the A tiers. So I think these are the developers think they are trash. I think like they're usable.
Yeah.
Because it's 500 gold. You're probably buying them early game.
Yeah.
And in the C and D tier, I just don't think it's like it causes inconvenience.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And if you have to think that much with that much restriction, you're just adding difficulty to yourself.
Okay.
And it kind of limits your ability to like move the way you want, and it's just kind of I mean, personally it's kind of annoying.
Okay.
If I have more experience, I would probably rate them more. Wait, what's this again?
So skill times 1.5% chance to deal the amount of HP you have missing as extra damage.
Yeah, most of the time you won't have this up because I would want, like in a game where death is definitely possible, you would probably want them to not be missing that much health.
Yeah.
And it's also not 100% proc time.
Yeah.
So I would not opt for this unless like it's at the end combat. It's like it will proc like once or twice per map.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't value like luck stats that good in these. Yeah, this is too risky. And yeah,
Okay.
how did I do?
So we've been working on some assumptions that regular play does not have. So in regular play, some skills are locked to being obtained at the end of the game. So skills like deal plus 10 damage, minus 10 damage taken by spending 300 gold is a end game skill.
Yeah.
Life and death is an end game skill, but things like Vantage are like early game skills.
Yeah.
So those get rated pretty highly. The Strength plus 2, Magic plus 2, Defense plus 2 are some of the best skills in the game because they're available very early. So you will always have them, while these plus 5 damage with your weapons are less applicable.
Yeah.
Counter magic is trash.
Wait, really?
Yeah. You generally want to be using specialists who will be taking so little damage from mages anyways that counter magic is going to be pretty much useless.
Also, I have a question. This can be used at the start of the game, right? This is chance to gain gold.
That is mid game.
Mid game.
And you're restricted to going into a certain class, which costs resources.
Oh. So how good is it?
It's not broken, but it is pretty good.
Because I'm thinking this paired up with this is very viable.
Yeah. Shelter is widely considered to be the best skill in the game because it gives you the ability to turn one unit's actions into another unit's action.
Yeah. How do I do on these?
The rallies are generally considered to be pretty good. I'd say you'd rate them about accurately. Yeah.
How about in this one? +4 when you start combat.
That is considered to be very good, but +3 damage when enemies initiate combat against you is considered to be better.
Really?
Because you can get more value per turn by having 5 enemies attack you and having them proc.
Yeah, well, don't you equip both?
Technically, it's very difficult to have a pathway to get both because you're not buying skills, you're getting them from your class.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. And how do I do in this one?
A lot of the times when you're doing combat, you want to kill the enemy in a single round of combat.
Yeah. Okay.
So any seal skills are generally considered to be not super high value. Like, they're useful for trading the units that you want to raise long term but starts pretty trash.
Okay.
But they aren't considered to be the best skills in the game.
That's why rally is very good, right?
Yeah. Rallies can both be used to make your amazing units even better and make your trash units useful.
Yeah. How about the +1 stat to all?
Yeah.
Where
the defender, which is +1.
This one.
That's considered to be a pretty mid skill. Like, you appreciate +1 damage dealt plus -1 damage taken +1 speed. It's like pretty good. It's not amazing. You'd still probably rather. It's probably easier to get the strength +2, magic +2, speed +2, defense +2. But it's still a pretty solid skill if you're not going to go out of your way to get it.
Yeah, I know you don't like crit, but how was the rating on the crit one? Is it this one? Or this one?
Yeah, that one. So that one is generally considered to be okay. I mean,
30% crit.
Generally, if you're using a unit that has a high crit rate, you can make them kill the enemy in one round of combat.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I thought, right? Like, if it's high enough chance, it's basically a skill with a chance to proc. Yeah.
So it's not considered to be a very good skill just because being able to kill isn't considered to be very difficult.
Like if you have
in the game that I
if you have high speed, doesn't it proc chance to proc twice because you're attacking twice?
Yes.
Yeah. How do I do on +1 movement?
That's considered to be one of the best skills in the game.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because it's globally applicable.
Yeah.
How about the XP one?
I know casuals like that skill, but for the experienced players, we've generally come to consensus that it's
sucks.
does basically nothing.
Basically nothing. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I put it in C, because like for a new player, you would like that advantage. Yeah, for sure.
It helps you if you're behind in levels, which the one unit that gets that skill,
Wait, which rally is this?
Luck.
Was that correct?
Rally Luck is generally considered to be extremely good because hit rates
Really?
are important to high level players. For casuals, it's like useless.
Okay.
But
Makes sense, because like I have like basically no knowledge.
yeah, for people that are writing guides for the game, like me, rally skill is a high value thing.
Okay, so what's this?
Rally skill,
Oh,
which is hit rates and crit rates.
so both of these should definitely be S.
Maybe not S.
Like A.
It's still less impactful than the ones that
the ones
can
I
make
read
you
it.
do things that you can otherwise not do.
Yeah,
But they are very impactful.
because these are 100% guaranteed,
Yeah.
and these are chances.
Yeah.
So you value them less. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that bad.
Turns out, being able to judge the value of things can carry over between games.
Oh, it definitely does.
So, is there anything that you want to plug? Who are you?
Oh, I'm Souless. Well, I was one of the first. I mean, there was like 2 people that got signed at the same time. So like, I was technically like the first person that got signed in TFT to a professional team, which was TSM. And well, I didn't finish my my college because I had to pursue my dream to be a professional esports player, which kind of lasted for 4 years until TSM decided to like cut all the TFT brand. But right now I'm like a full-time Twitch streamer for that mainly stream Teamfight Tactics, and the game is pretty similar. Like instead of skill, we have augments nowadays, and what high-level players do is they judge the augments based by how good they are to your comp, and picking augment is very, very impactful for your game because there's 3 augments you get per game, and there's good early game augment, which is usually like gold because you want to snowball. There's an econ system in TFT where if you reach certain info like 10 to 50 gold, you get 1 more gold per turn for each 10. And yeah, those are usually value early game, and you can judge that. Well, obviously gold is better early game, and then mid game you kind of want combat or gold, or mix of both, and then late game you ideally want combat that boosts your board. And so it's kind of easy for me to tell like in this game what kind of skill would be good, because you can tell like some of these are mainly buffing your team instead of like a single individual, which you rate highly.
Yes.
Yeah, and well, so some numbers are just very high, so you consider them broken. Like it's skills for an individual. Yeah, and yeah,